Hey Anna, it's been a while. How have you been?
Well, who is it?
It's your sister, Phoebe.
Phoebe? I don't have a sister with that name. Excuse me.
Wait a minute. Why are you so cold? I haven't heard from you in a while.
I thought I blocked you. Don't tell me you created another account just to contact me.
Oh, yeah.
What the hell? I was just about to forget you.
What? You're my only sister. How can you do this to me?
I don't consider you my sister.
Are you still upset about what happened 3 years ago?
Of course. You eloped with my husband. I still haven't forgiven you.
You sure hold grudges. It's been 3 years. Get over it.
How can I? I just built my dream home, but because you took my husband away from me, I was left alone in a big house. I had to pay the mortgage alone. You've effed me up so much.
I know it sucks to get divorced just after building such a big house. But it's a good thing that happened before you guys had any children. If you get divorced after a baby is born, you might have a lot of problems. You should be thankful for that.
Please tell me you're kidding. How can you be so calm after upsetting Mom and Dad that much?
It can't be helped. It's just that the man I fell in love with happened to be your husband. Just because John's wife changed from you to me, that doesn't change the fact that John is our family's son-in-law.
That's not the point.
Mom and Dad are both too strict. How can they just disown me for this?
It's only natural that they would cut you off. You knew that John was my husband, and you made a move on him.
Even John said he'd rather be with me. Please don't make it sound like I'm the only one to blame. You are too.
What the heck?
Because you're always so absorbed in your work. You didn't give any attention to John, right?
We're both busy with work. To buy our own house. We were even working overtime.
But if you work all the time, you'll get dumped by men. Men will leave you. You're even ugly. You need to work harder on your attractiveness instead of your work.
Oh, I see. Well, I don't really care about John anymore. Just be happy with him. So, why did you call me? If it's not something important, leave me alone. I'd rather not have anything to do with you.
Oh, come on. Don't be so uptight. I called you today because I have good news for you.
Good news?
Yeah, I have good news. I'll return John to you.
What the?
I've decided to divorce John.
What the heck? You guys just got married 3 years ago. You're divorcing already?
Yup.
Why?
Because I found someone else.
You cheated on him?
There's nothing I can do about it. One can't suppress the feelings they have for someone.
I can't believe it. You took my husband away from me, paid alimony, and then just simply left him?
I'd get bored after 3 years of being a married couple. Besides, John's a pretty normal guy, to be honest.
Huh?
I think you know him better than anyone. He's just an ordinary guy. It's not like he's good-looking or anything. He's your husband, so you got carried away and went for him. But I, on the other hand, am rational about this. I realize that marrying a small businessman from a small company doesn't do me much good.
You're so cruel.
I mean, I'm surprised you decided to marry John. What's so good about him? Well, you make a lot of money. I'm sure you wouldn't mind marrying John.
At the time, I was in love with his personality. I didn't care about his looks or his profession. In the end, he betrayed me, so I guess I wasn't a good judge of character.
I can't have a boring guy like John.
You're the worst. You only took John because he was my husband. You didn't really like John, did you?
That's not true. I liked him at first. I just got bored of him halfway through.
So, who did you fall for this time?
That's probably someone you know too.
What?
Emily's husband, Ken.
Emily is... our cousin Emily?
That's right.
You're lying.
I'm not lying.
Emily has 2 kids. You took her husband away from her?
I fell in love with him at first sight. I happened to run into Emily and Ken and the kids. He was so handsome that I fell in love with him. Since then, I haven't been able to forget Ken.
Oh no.
Then one day, by chance, I bumped into Ken on the street. I was alone at the time. I thought it was my only chance, so we exchanged contact information. I asked him out on a date.
What the? You're married. You're such a jerk.
At first, we were just going to have tea. But when we were alone together, we got into a good mood. We ended up staying together until the night. And then we went straight to a hotel.
Oh my God.
We started going out once a week. And then Ken finally proposed to me the other day.
What? Even though he's married too? He proposed to you?
Yep. I'm sure I was more attractive than Emily. Really, I'm so guilty. No man can resist my charms. Even if they have a wife and kids, they would still fall for me. I'm glad I was born beautiful, unlike you.
No way. I thought Ken cared about his family.
He put me before his family. That's why I don't need John anymore. I'll give him back to you.
What are you talking about? I don't care if you give him back now.
Wait, don't you still like John?
I don't like him at all.
Don't be so harsh. I mean, I feel sorry for John. He's left alone after I dumped him. You should remarry him.
I can't.
Well, either way, I'm breaking up with John. Ken, unlike John, works for a big company and is well paid. Even if Emily asks for alimony, I'm sure Ken will pay my share too. Oh, my life is so rosy that I can marry a high-spec handsome guy.
I'm speechless. You only think about taking things from people, don't you?
I'm just being honest with myself. And well, Emily must have some problem too. Same with you.
What are you talking about? Emily hasn't done anything wrong.
I'm sure Emily's too busy with the kids. She didn't take good care of Ken. Once she became a mother, she stopped being a wife. That's why Ken was attracted to me, a beautiful and comforting woman.
Ew. You're making me sick talking to you. I'm going to leave now.
Hey, are you sure you don't want to remarry John?
I'm not remarrying. Okay, bye.
I see. You're going to live alone from now on, aren't you? You really want to be with John, but you're so stubborn, you poor thing. I'm sorry that I'm the only one who feels good. Be happy for me, sister. Anna!
Just when I thought the noti was so noisy. It's you again?
I've called you so many times, but you don't answer.
I'm busy.
It's Sunday. You're not supposed to be at work. It seems like you haven't been home for a long time. Where are you?
On a long business trip.
Oh, so that's why you weren't home yesterday or today.
What do you want?
I called you to apologize for something.
What?
I got Emily's husband, and I'm taking your mansion too.
What the hell?
Yesterday, I happened to pass by your house. You locked the front door, but you forgot to close the window on the first floor, so I let myself in through the window.
What the hell? You came in without permission?
That's okay, we're sisters. So I thought if I waited, you would come home sooner or later. But you didn't come home for a long time. If you're away all the time, then you should let Ken and I live here.
Wait.
I was wondering where to buy a new house for us. I'm glad we got a nice house for free. Isn't it nice? Even if we live here. You're single, so you don't need such a big place, right? I'm sorry. I keep taking things away from you.
That house has already been sold.
What?
That's not my house.
What? What are you talking nonsense? This house is yours, right?
On the contrary, I want to ask you, why did you think it was my house?
Then whose house is it? You built it when you were married to John, right? But you lost John to me. You've been living alone, haven't you? But from now on, Ken and I will live here. When you come back from your business trip, I want you to pack up your stuff and move out.
No, wait.
I'll pack your stuff properly. Have you changed your taste? There's a lot of elegant furniture in here. Well, I'll put the things I don't need out in the hallway.
Phoebe, wait. Don't tamper with the furniture without permission.
What? Why not? Do you still have feelings for this house? Why don't you move into a smaller apartment? You have a lot of stuff here. It's in the way. I can't wait to get rid of it.
I don't have any of my stuff in that house.
What?
Because I don't live there.
Stop lying so desperately.
I think you've got it all wrong. That house is not my house anymore. I sold it about a year after my divorce. I live somewhere else now.
What?
Did you check the nameplate? It wasn't my name, was it?
Wait. I don't know this name. You did sell the house.
That's what I've been saying.
I can't believe you sold it after making such efforts to build it.
It's too big for one person. Phoebe, what have you done? You broke into someone's house without permission.
I didn't know that you sold the house. Not my fault.
But it's still insane to break in through the window.
What could I do? I was having trouble finding a new place to live with Ken. I thought he worked for a big company and has lots of money. But he said he didn't have much savings and wanted to find a cheap place to live.
And let me tell you something else. The man you're going to marry is not Emily's husband.
Huh?
You said you stole Emily's husband, but I thought something was wrong. I asked Emily directly.
What?
Then Emily laughed and told me you didn't take her husband away from her and that you were mistaking him for someone else.
That's impossible. I did take Ken away from her. I saw Ken and Emily together with my own eyes. There is no doubt that he is Emily's husband.
Well, can't be helped that you mistook him.
Huh?
Ken has a twin brother.
Twin?
That's right. I just found out for the first time. Ken is an identical twin. He has a brother who looks exactly like him.
So...
It seems that the one you thought you stole from Emily was actually Sam, Ken's brother.
What the...
I mean, didn't you even check his name?
I didn't bother to check. I just kept calling him darling.
You must have made a terrible mistake.
Oh no!
Well, even if it was a mistake, if you like Sam, it's fine, isn't it? Of course, I can't forgive you for trying to steal Emily's husband, but turns out he wasn't Emily's. Sam must be a good-looking guy to your liking, too.
He has the same face as Ken, so he's certainly good-looking, but...
Well, the only difference between the twins is that Sam doesn't work.
What?
Phoebe, you didn't know that? Sam failed to find a job when he was a university student and has been working as a freelancer ever since. He just quit his part-time job, so he's unemployed now.
I thought he was working for a big company.
Ken is the one who works for a big company.
That's why he said he didn't have any savings.
Of course.
I don't know what to do. I've caught a useless guy.
That's rude. You were the one who approached him.
I don't care how good-looking he is. I don't want an unemployed man. I thought I was going to marry an elite guy with a high salary and become an elegant housewife.
Too bad for you. According to Emily, Sam was going to have his wife provide for him after they got married.
Does that mean I was going to marry a gold digger?
Yep.
So Sam tricked me?
No, you misunderstood everything on your own. Anyway, Phoebe, are you still in the house I used to live in? What you're doing is trespassing.
Oh my God, what do I do? I heard a car pull up outside.
Maybe the current residents came back?
Anna, help me!
I can't. I'm out of state on a business trip.
Oh no! Anna, what should I do in a situation like this?
I think you should just go out and apologize.
I don't want to. I'm scared. They'll get angry.
Of course they will.
Oh no!
What?
Someone came in through the front door.
Oh, I'll see you later.
Wait, help me, Anna. What should I do?
You're on your own.
Anna! Oh, it's all over. Anna?
Oh, Phoebe, you're safe. I was afraid you'd be in jail by now for trespassing.
It was a sweet old couple who came home. I told them I thought it was my sister's house and apologized. They didn't call the police. All they did was give me a lecture.
I see. If you learn from this, don't even think about taking someone's house again.
Anna, help me.
Yes?
Sam and I have nowhere to live. Sam doesn't have a job, and we don't have money to rent an apartment.
You are working, right?
After Sam and I decided to get married, I handed in my resignation.
Huh?
I thought Sam was Emily's husband, Ken. With a husband who works for a big company, I thought I didn't have to work anymore. Mom and Dad have cut me off from them, so I can't depend on them. I thought about going to Sam's parents, but this time when his parents found out that I tried to take Ken away from Emily, they kicked me out along with Sam.
Oh, you poor thing.
That's why you are the only one I can rely on. Please lend me some money. If things continue as they are, we'll be homeless.
Huh?
I just need money to rent an apartment and for moving expenses. I'll pay you back.
I don't want to.
Why not? I'm your sister. Please help me.
I don't consider you my sister. You brought this on yourself, didn't you?
You can't. You're single with money to spare, right?
I don't want to give a penny to you. You always try to steal someone else's husband right away.
You're so stingy.
Yeah, I am. Besides, I'm not single.
What?
I got remarried last year. Now I live with my husband.
What?
Well, I have to go to work, so I'll see you later.
Wait, Anna? I don't want to be homeless. Anna, help me.
My sister and Sam eventually parted without getting married. Phoebe is now living a life like a homeless person, moving from one shelter to another. Moreover, since her former husband demanded alimony, she had to borrow money to pay the alimony. Somehow, she managed to find a part-time job. but she is living in poverty, just trying to make ends meet. It seems that she has finally realized that she has had enough of trying to get married to other people's husbands. It is too late for that now, isn't it? I don't know where or what Sam is doing, but it seems that he remained unemployed. He's probably struggling somewhere now. As for me, I have a child with my second husband. I'm going on maternity leave soon. My parents are happy about my pregnancy. 3 years ago, I was at my lowest after my sister stole my husband. Now, I am filled with happiness.
Amelia, may I visit you now?
Hi, Patricia. Sure, I'll be home soon.
I got a delicious crab from my neighbor, so I'll bring it for you. It's an expensive food that I don't think you have had a chance to eat recently.
Crab?
Amelia, given your parents' financial situation, you probably haven't seen much of it, have you? It's such an expensive food.
You know I'm allergic to shellfish, right?
Oh, are you?
I've told you so many times before.
I don't remember every single thing you said.
I am allergic to shellfish. I get hives and an itchy throat. My eyelids swell and I become sick. I haven't eaten any shellfish since I was taken to the hospital by an ambulance due to an allergy. I told you about it before.
It's my first time to hear that.
Are you trying to make me suffer by giving me crab?
You shouldn't talk to me like that. I'm only trying to make you happy. I'm deeply disappointed that you see someone's kindness in such a negative manner.
Isn't it more about being mean than showing kindness?
I'm not mean to you. Jack loves crab. I just wanted to give it to him as well.
I'm allergic to shellfish, so he doesn't eat it when he's with me. I feel sorry for Jack about that, actually.
You should be sorry. I feel bad for him that he can't eat his favorite food.
I'm sorry, but he understands it for me.
Jack is a kind person. Don't be selfish just because he's kind.
I can't control my allergy, so I don't think I'm being selfish.
That's enough. Bye.
I'm sorry. Patricia, I have a question.
Oh, Amelia. It was nice to see you at your place yesterday. How are you?
I've noticed that some of my jewelry is missing.
Really? Why did you bring up this topic with me?
When you went to the bathroom yesterday, I saw you go into my bedroom.
What? Did you keep watching me when I went to the bathroom?
No, I don't mean so. I just noticed it when I moved into the kitchen to make some tea.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to ensure Jack's sleeping area is kept clean, so I just went to see it.
You stole the ring and necklace from the accessory case on the bedside rack, didn't you?
Huh? Don't you dare talk to me like that. Are you trying to treat me like a thief?
I don't want to think like that, but you're the only one who went in and out of our bedroom.
You're treating me like a thief. I'm sad to hear that. Maybe you just forgot to return them to the case after using them. Don't make it anyone's fault.
But they were definitely in there yesterday morning when cleaning up the room. They are precious accessories that he gave me. I don't wear them unless I go out with him. It's hard to imagine that I lost them.
So how can you blame me for it? You don't have any proof, do you?
No, but I couldn't think of anything else. I asked Jack about it and he said he doesn't know either.
Did you ask him about it? How could you blame both him and me for your mistake?
I'm not blaming, but Jack is also guessing it was you who took them away.
What? Did you tell him that I'm a thief?
I didn't say that. He said that he couldn't come up with any other ideas. If you have them, please give them back to me. They are very precious.
Can you just not keep saying that? Honestly, I have no clue.
Are you sure?
Of course. You're truly awful, accusing your mother-in-law of being a thief.
I didn't intend to treat you like a thief, but I'm sorry if I made you feel bad.
Amelia, do you have time now?
Yes, how are you?
I've been thinking for a while about whether to bring this up with you.
What is it?
Jack might...
What's wrong with him?
To be frank, I think he might be cheating on you.
What? Is he cheating on me?
I saw it. I saw him walking arm in arm with a woman I don't know.
What?
I thought about staying quiet, but hiding the truth might make you even sadder.
Wait, when was that?
I think it was last Wednesday. I should have taken some pictures as proofs. I was so surprised that my body froze and I couldn't even take out my phone.
Where was Jack at that time?
He stepped out of a cafe close to his office's nearby station. It made me wonder if he's sneaking off from work for some affair or something.
Why were you there?
I just happened to have lunch with my friend nearby. It was on my way home from lunch.
I see.
I couldn't believe he would cheat on you, so I decided to follow him secretly. To my surprise, I saw him go into a hotel with this woman.
To a hotel?
Yes, that's cheating, right?
If he went into a hotel, then maybe that's the case.
Amelia, what do you think?
If it really is true, I'll think about divorce.
Wow, even though it's just once?
Yes, I don't think I can accept Jack having such an affair with another woman.
Is your affection for him only to that extent?
Huh?
Ending the marriage over a single affair? Was that the extent of your love?
I believe in and love him with all my heart. That's why I find it hard to overcome the shock of betrayal.
You can't even forgive him?
Well,
if your affection for him is only to that extent, I think you should divorce him.
What?
I know it's tough for you to forgive him, even if it was just once, but I feel sorry for him. Maybe he was just curious and wanted to try it once.
But Patricia, I was just talking about it in case that actually happens.
That in case is actually happening, isn't it? I saw it with my own eyes. I saw Jack and a woman I don't even know walk into a hotel, arm in arm.
That is absolutely impossible.
Why?
Because last week he was on a business trip, and he was in California on Wednesday. He shouldn't be near the office.
Oh, but that would be an excuse for him to cheat on you.
I don't think so.
Why not?
He brought back some souvenirs from California, and also showed me pictures of the places he visited during the trip. There was also a picture of him with a business partner.
Really?
Patricia, please stop lying. I'll tell this matter to Jack.
You don't have to tell him anything unnecessary. Since you've been so rude to me, I was just trying to get back at you.
Isn't it you who is always rude?
How could you talk like that to your mother-in-law? I wonder why Jack married such a rude woman.
He and I will never get divorced, no matter what happens. Don't worry.
You're really sassy. Amelia, pick up the phone. Amelia, what are you doing? I need to talk to you as soon as possible. Answer.
Hi, Patricia. I'm out right now, so I didn't notice the call.
Why are you speaking so nonchalantly?
Did something happen?
Something? You really don't know?
What? Amelia, Jack was involved in an accident. Come to the hospital right now. Jack had an accident? Are you sure?
How could I lie in such a situation?
But how do you know that he had an accident?
I got a call from his company.
As his wife, I should be the designated emergency contact at his company. If something happens, I'm sure they'll contact me first.
Ah, but you're out, right? Perhaps you missed the call from his company?
Huh? My husband is with me now.
What? No way! He should be at work today. You must be upset and out of your mind.
I'm not upset.
What are you talking about? Anyway, it was a serious accident. Come to the hospital right now.
Hospital?
Yes. You know UDG Hospital, right?
Yes.
I'm here. Come here now. Hurry up.
Patricia?
Hey, Amelia. What are you doing? There's been an accident involving your husband, and he's been urgently taken to the hospital. How many hours does it take you to come here?
Well, I told you I'm out of town, didn't I?
I know that, but he is in trouble. Are you going to abandon him?
I'm at UDG Hospital now.
Huh? Where are you in UDG Hospital? I don't see you here.
Where are you?
I'm waiting for you at the main entrance of UDG Hospital. You can easily find me this way.
Are you sure you are there?
Do you understand that this is an emergency? Jack had an accident. He may undergo major surgery. Aren't you worried about him? How heartless wife you are.
Patricia, I told you he was with me now.
So I'm telling you he had a serious accident, and he has been transported to this hospital. Don't you understand how serious this situation is? Anyway, please come to the waiting room right away.
It's you who doesn't seem to understand.
What? How dare you talk to me like that? Is it okay with you whatever happens to him? You should be more careful with your words.
Everything Amelia is saying is true.
What are you talking about?
It's me, Mom.
Jack?
I've been by her side the entire time.
Really?
Yes, just as she mentioned.
Oh, okay.
I've been watching the messages between you and her the whole time.
Oh, you were watching? How can she share all the messages with you? That's an invasion of privacy.
Invasion of privacy? Amelia told me everything you said. Mom, it seems you've been very mean to her.
No way, I would not be. How dare you say that to your mother?
We've been telling you she is allergic to shellfish even before we were married.
I guess I heard of it before.
And yet, what do you mean by bringing crabs?
It's because you like crabs.
And where did you take the jewelry that I gave her?
What are you talking about?
The only one who would do such a thing is you. Where did you take it?
Oh, maybe the jewelry you're talking about is what I borrowed for an overnight trip with my friends.
See? And I heard you saw me cheating on her.
What? That's...
When and with whom did I date with? You keep coming up with false stories. That's a much more serious breach of privacy. How much more do you have to bully Amelia?
Bullying?
Harassing her like this is bullying. I'll never forgive you for making my beloved wife feel so bad. I'll never let you hold your grandchild. Never come close to us again.
What? Grandchild? What do you mean by grandchild? Maybe...
Patricia, Jack took the day off work today because I'm going to be hospitalized at UDG Hospital.
Hospitalized?
I am pregnant.
What? Does that mean I'm going to have a grandchild?
My hyperemesis was really bad, and I was bleeding. So they said I had to stay in the hospital for a while. That's why we're here now, in the OBGYN ward at UDG Hospital.
Is that true? Does that mean I'm going to be a grandmother?
Yes.
I'm so happy about it. I never imagined I'd get to hold my grandson one day because of your incompetence. Amelia, please have a baby boy for us. Jack is our only son. We need a boy to be our heir.
We can't choose the gender.
Tell me the gender.
We don't know the gender of the baby yet. It's still in the early stage of pregnancy.
It's definitely a boy. I have to go shopping for the baby stuff right away. We'd better get a crib too, considering he's coming to our house. We're going to be so busy.
Patricia, you don't have to prepare anything.
What? Why not? I'm going to be a grandmother, so at least I have to prepare for my grandchild.
No, thank you. I won't let you meet my child. Jack and I will raise the child together with love and care. Oh, my parents will help us too.
Why? Why can't I see my grandchild?
Patricia, have you completely erased the memory of all the things you've put me through? Given the harassment, I'm hesitant to let you hold my grandchild because of your past actions.
That's not right. I am Jack's mother. I have enough right to hold my grandchild.
Jack says he won't let you see our child.
Huh? What do you mean?
If he lets you see me, he's worried about what you might do. There's a chance I won't be able to give birth safely, so he decided not to let you see me.
What? There's no way he would say such a thing.
What Amelia is saying is not a lie.
Jack, what do you mean?
Think about what you have done to her. I want her to live her maternity life in peace.
Live in peace?
If you harass her, she won't feel safe. I don't know what you'll do to her. Besides, you may have a negative effect on our child's education. That's why we've decided not to see you anymore.
Jack, what are you talking about? You know how much I was looking forward to the birth of my grandson.
I know that. Then why did you bully Amelia?
That's because I was not happy that she took you away from me.
I'm not a child anymore. I'm an independent man with a family. I don't want my precious family to get in trouble, so we won't see you anymore.
That's not fair. I want to hold my grandchild too.
Now you understand?
Shut up, Amelia. Let me talk to Jack.
Jack says he has nothing more to talk with you.
No kidding. Then have him understand that I have a right to see my grandchild.
I also wish that I could have done that, but I can't stand your harassment anymore.
Huh?
And I have to stay calm during pregnancy. After discussing it with Jack, we've come to the decision not to have any further contact with you.
Oh no! You also should know that how much I was looking forward to having a grandchild.
Yes, that's why you said so many mean words to me.
What?
You can't even get pregnant. Amelia, you really are a useless wife. We don't need a wife who can't have children. I can't tell you how many times you said all those things. Each time, it felt as if my heart were being torn from my chest.
Did I say those things?
Have you forgotten? I can't tell you how much it hurt me. I had reported to him every time you told me such things. I think that's why he made this decision.
I'm sorry. If I had hurt you that much, I apologize. So let me see my grandchild, please.
No way. For both Jack and me, our child is more important than our own lives. I can't let you see our baby, knowing that you are a dangerous person.
A dangerous person? I'm shocked to hear that you said such a thing to me.
You are the kind of person who lies without feeling bad. You make stories, like Jack being unfaithful, getting into an accident, and being transferred to the hospital and so on. Didn't you actually think about mocking me today for rushing to the hospital?
No.
Really? You're the kind of person who can lie about matters involving people's lives. I can't let someone like that see my baby.
That's why I'm apologizing. I'm sorry. Forgive me.
And based on Jack's idea, we moved from where we were living.
What? Why?
It's obvious, isn't it? We moved out so that you won't come over to our house. I won't tell you where we are.
Are you kidding me? Am I really unable to hold my grandchild?
Yes, right. If you ever come close to us, I will report you to the police without hesitation. So please keep that in mind.
Amelia, don't do that. I'll change my mind, so please forgive me.
I can't. I want to live my life thinking only about the birth now, so I will cut off the relationship with you.
Oh no, do not take away my joy.
Is your joy to harass me? I don't want that again. Well then, take care of yourself.
No, Amelia, I'm sorry.
After that, I successfully delivered a healthy baby boy. I went back to my parents' house for a while after the birth. Now I am back in the apartment where we moved to, living with Jack and a baby. It's not easy to raise a child, but with Jack's help, I am able to spend my time with a peaceful mind. I am very happy that Jack is a person who cares about me. Patricia keeps sending me persistent messages, asking to see and hold my baby even just once. But I ignore them all. Jack seems to be ignoring her as well. However, she's my son's grandmother, so I hope to eventually let him see her someday. Not sure how many years it will take, though.
Good evening, Mary. We're having a family gathering at our house this coming Saturday. You're coming, right, Mary? Yes, of course. Dan and I will be there. But I'm telling you, you'd better dress properly. What? You're always so plain, aren't you, Mary? I'm sure you know that. Many of my relatives are business owners or rich people. I'm sure everyone craves something decent. This time, I'm going to order some caviar. If you show up poorly dressed, I'll be embarrassed. Please don't dress inappropriate like you always do. Of course, I'll be dressed appropriately. It's not just about what you wear. Be careful with what you bring and say. Don't be so obvious that you're poor. I think you have misunderstood something. I'm not poor. Don't lie to me. Ever since you came to greet me, you've always worn plain, cheap clothes. That's just because I like simple clothes. Dan is also he just got married so earlier than John, and with a poor woman who's way under his league. I'm not poor. Yeah, whatever. You just don't want to admit it. But you're still working, aren't you? Yes, I am. Why don't you stop working and become a full-time housewife? Dan works for a big company. You can live on his salary alone, right? But you just have to refuse to quit your job. I think it's because you grew up poor and you are uncomfortable unless you're working hard. I can live on Dan's salary alone. I work because I love my job. I want to save for when we have children in the future. Besides, if I quit my job, you would be in trouble too, right? Why's that? Why would I be in trouble? Your job has nothing to do with me. It has a lot to do with you. I mean, if you hate me so much, I'll skip the dinner party. What? You insisted that Dan and I attend. I was planning to go too. But if you're just going to complain me about being poor and unfit for Dan, I don't have to attend. No, Mary, you have to come too. Why is that? If my son and his wife don't come, I don't know what my relatives will say. Oh, by the way, you said this time it's your treat. Just to be sure, may I ask about the budget for the dinner party? budget? Well, it's probably going to be around $4,000. What? That much? Why are you so surprised? Wait a minute. There will be a little more than 10 people there that day, right? That's right. Isn't 4,000 for 10 people way too much? We're ordering high-end caviar. It should cost around 4,000, right? 4,000 is... That means enough to pay the 2-month mortgage. Huh? Mortgage? It's a once-a-year dinner party, so I can understand why you're so excited about it. But if you can afford such an extravagance, shouldn't you first use the money to pay off the monthly mortgage? Don't you think your priorities are out of order? Huh? Priorities? Why should I care about that? Because it costs $1,500 every month to pay the mortgage on the house. That's something you and Dan should take care of on your own. Please, don't rip me off. I'm not. I'm only talking about the obvious. Oh, well, if you're worried about the loan, why don't you save money? Well, oh my God, it's no use talking to you. I told you I'd treat you to a delicious caviar dinner, but all you do is complain. Anyway, you must dress properly for the dinner party. Is that clear? What? Wait a minute, Emmy. Caviar, can't you cancel it now? Emmy. Mary, about that dinner party we talked about the other day, I've changed my mind. Ah, did you cancel the caviar? I'm glad. After all, 4,000 is too much. What? What are you talking about? I decided to order not only caviar, but also a high-end Italian caterer. Huh? I thought some of my relatives might not like caviar. So you mean the budget has increased? Yes, the budget might be around 5,400. You are always complaining about caviar. It would be a hassle if you complained again on the day, so I thought I'd let you know ahead of time. Emmy, are you sure you'll be okay? Huh? Taking advantage of the fact that Bob is in the hospital, you're spending money like Jeff Bezos. Are you sure you're going to be okay? Wait, what do you mean? Are you telling me to be stingy and save money when it's a family gathering? Don't you think you're being rude to me? I'm just saying that I'm concerned. I haven't fallen so low that you have to worry about me. But the mortgage... What? Are you talking about that again? I told you the other day, that is something you and Dan should be able to handle. I don't know. I don't think it's right to be extravagant while Bob is in the hospital. I'm still worried about spending $5,400. Shouldn't you be worried about yourself? Me? You're not saying you don't remember me telling you this, are you? I'm sorry, but yeah, I don't. Huh? I'm certain that we're not short on cash at the moment, but... Well, what a person. I knew it. You're just wanting to rip me off. You know what? You're driving me crazy. I feel like I'm going crazy talking to you. Anyway, I'll pay for the dinner party, so you stay out of it. Bye. Honey, you busy? Sorry if you're busy.
Oh, honey, I just finished work and I'm on my way home. What's up?
It's about the weekend dinner party.
Oh, you know the annual dinner with relatives? We're getting together at my parents' house this time too. What about it?
It looks like Emmy is covering all the expenses. Have you heard what the budget is for this dinner party?
What? No. I just heard she's ordering caviar, but with my dad in the condition he's in, I'm guessing it'll be reasonably priced caviar?
No, that's the thing. I heard she's going to spend $5,400 for the caviar plus a catering service from a high-end Italian restaurant.
$5,400? That's a lot of money.
I think so too. Many of your relatives are rich, so Emmy seems really into it.
Seriously? That's just trying to show off. I wonder if Mom knows her place.
I tried to remind her of the mortgage, but it doesn't seem to be working. She's upset? It's like she's upset with me.
I don't know.
I know it's a once-in-a-year dinner party and there's no need to be stingy with it, but we're also under a lot of pressure right now. And to spend all the money like this is just...
I agree. If she has the money to do such a thing, use it to pay off the mortgage first.
If it were possible, I would try to persuade her to spend less, but I don't think she'll listen to me.
Either way, we're running out of time. There must be cancellation fee, and we would have to apologize to the restaurant where we ordered the food. Besides, Mom always dotes on John. She never listens to me, and she's still complaining about the fact that I got married before him.
Well, I've been told that too. I don't agree with it, but I guess there's nothing we can do this time.
I know. Anyway, we are both going to the dinner that day, so let's keep an eye on her. I'll let Dad know how things going.
Right, that would be great.
Okay, I'm heading home now.
Okay, safe trip home. Mary, are you already on your way? Oh yes, Dan and I are on our way. We should be there in about 10 minutes. Oh, well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do right now. You need to go to another room after the dinner party starts. What? Why? Well, I asked you to come as a married couple for the sake of appearances, but caviar and Italian food are too good for you. Yes? It's for not knowing your place. You'll always be poor because you have to pay that monthly mortgage. You're the one to say. I'm saying it because I'm the only one who can say it. Because you were so vain and bought that mansion. What are you talking about? You have no money, but you forced yourself to get a mortgage, and yet you want me to save the budget for dinner parties and pay the mortgage for our own house. There's no limit to how brazen you can be. Oh, that's how you interpreted it. No wonder we're not on the same page. When the dinner party starts, quickly go to the next room. And when the time is right, pretend that something urgent has come up and go home alone. That way you can at least save your face. Oh. Well, I'd feel bad if you had nothing to eat. You can at least have instant ramen. Instant ramen? Well, beggars can't be choosers, you know. You're so shabby, so after you eat your instant ramen, just go home. Okay. Well then, neither Dan nor I will be attending today's dinner party. Huh? What are you talking about? You'll be arriving here soon, right? You don't want me to attend the dinner party, right? I'm going to turn around and go home now. Then why don't you go home alone, Mary? Only Dan should attend. When I told him what you said to me earlier, Dan doesn't feel like going to the dinner anymore. Then you can both skip it. I'd be better off without Dan and you. Oh, I forgot to mention, I'll stop paying the mortgage on the house. What? I won't be paying $1,500 a month from now on. Oh dear, I don't know what you think you're doing, but you and Dan are the ones who will suffer, aren't you? You'll see who gets in trouble later. You're just full of nonsense like that. I'll enjoy the caviar and Italian food. You guys can do whatever you want. Mary? Hey, please pick up the phone. Good evening, Emmy. What's wrong? I'm in trouble. What is? It's the monthly mortgage. Oh. Is it true that you are paying for my house, not the mansion you live in with Dan? That's right. Who told you that? From all my relatives who were at the dinner party. I see. My relatives asked me why Dan and Mary weren't there, so I told them that you were trying to make me pay the mortgage on your house. Then all my relatives said, it's the opposite. I just thought that it was a bad joke. But then I got a call from the bank saying that I hadn't paid this month's mortgage due to insufficient balance in my account. I didn't think it was true. Yes, I have been transferring $1,500 each month to Bob's account for mortgage. Why didn't you tell me that earlier? You embarrassed me in front of my relatives. I told you at the family meeting. Huh? Bob had to be hospitalized suddenly and he had to take a leave of absence from work. He might not be able to pay the mortgage during that time because the treatment is going to cost a lot of money. So since I earn more than Dan, I am responsible for the monthly payment of $1,500 for the time being.
I can't believe that you are making more money than Dan.
No, that's not the point. What about the mansion? Bob was hospitalized at the same time when you and Dan moved into the mansion. That's why I thought the mortgage was for the mansion. The house was given to me by my grandfather.
Huh? Your grandfather?
I'm sure I told you that. That house was originally my grandparents'. They were getting old and it was getting too much for them to manage, so they decided to move into a small bungalow. Right around that time, Bob was hospitalized and I had to pay the mortgage. My grandfather, who was worried about our life, asked us if we would like to move into the house they lived in.
So that's what happened.
Bob suggested that I move in with you. That way, it would make more sense for me to pay the mortgage. But you were so strongly against it. So we decided to live in my grandfather's house while paying only the mortgage on your house.
Are you telling the truth?
John is still single, but you said you only want to live with him and his wife in the future and refused to live with us, didn't you?
Oh, is that right?
Don't play dumb with me. Well, now, I'm glad we didn't move in together.
Oh.
You really don't remember anything, do you, Emmy? Bob, you, John, Dan, and I. We had a family meeting, right? That's when we talked.
Well,
I think you were half asleep, weren't you? You only leaned forward when we were talking about something that involved you. When Bob asked you to go to work to support the family finances, you protested that as a full-time housewife, there was no way you could find a job. When I asked you to live with me, you said,
I don't want to live with Dan and you.
We couldn't come to an agreement, and in the end, I had to compromise a lot. But I didn't think that you had refused to live with me because you didn't understand what I was talking about.
I didn't realize that was the story.
Well, Bob told me I don't have to pay the mortgage anymore.
What?
He has decided to sell the house.
What? He's giving up the house?
You both can't pay the mortgage, so he has no choice but to let it go. Bob doesn't want to give up the home he bought. But to the point, to get both Dan and I involved is ridiculous. After hearing about how much money you were spending and how you were treating me, he decided that it was no longer a good idea. He also promised to pay back the mortgage that I had paid until now.
Oh no. What am I supposed to do now? If he sells the house, I will have no place to live.
I'm sure that's true.
Don't say I'm sure like it's someone else's problem. I am your in-law.
No, Emmy. You made me pay the mortgage on your own house. I can't consider someone who makes me pay their own mortgage and then calls me poor to be my in-law.
I didn't know you were paying my mortgage. It's not my fault.
It's not that you didn't know. It's just that you didn't listen to me.
I'm sorry I called you poor. So please convince Bob not to sell the house.
You can tell that directly to Bob.
Well,
Bob will be discharged soon, right? I'm sure you'll have a lot to talk about then. Please ask him about the future.
Mary?
I have nothing more to say, so if you'll excuse me.
Well then.
So long, Emmy. Bob finished his treatment and was safely discharged from the hospital. Then we had another discussion at my in-laws' house. Although Emmy was strongly opposed to the idea, it was agreed that my in-laws' house would be sold. After that, Bob scolded Emmy for spending $5,400 at a dinner party. Furthermore, Bob and John were very hard on her for continuously verbally abusing me despite the fact that I was paying the mortgage. Emmy cried and pleaded for forgiveness, but Bob's anger did not abate. Finally, they got divorced. After being evicted from that house, she rented a small apartment and started living alone. She was planning to move in with John when he got married. But to her surprise, John got married to a foreigner and went abroad. Emmy, who is now completely alone, is living a life of poverty and draining what little money she has left from her share of the property. Bob, on the other hand, lives with Dan and I in the house given to me by my grandfather. Dan and I are busy working together, but Bob actively takes care of the house, which has been very helpful to us. I would like to continue to live with my family on good terms.
Hi, Mandy. About tomorrow, I don't think I can make it.
What? Why?
The plane didn't fly because of the heavy snow. I'm sorry, but I won't be able to go to Disneyland with the kids.
Well,
Depending on the weather, I think we'll have to stay in Montana for at least 3 more days.
3 more days?
Yeah, I want to go home as soon as possible, but if the plane doesn't fly, there's nothing I can do.
I see. I was looking forward to it, and so were the kids, but
I'm really sorry.
we can't control the weather.
It's really bad luck to have heavy snow at such an important time. It was supposed to be our first family vacation in a while. I hate to go on a business trip at such a time of year. Our kids are still small, and it's hard to leave you.
Don't worry, your mother is here.
What? My mother?
Yes, she was expecting the plane to stop flying because of the heavy snow. She said she'd keep her schedule open in case you couldn't come.
I see. That's great. But are you comfortable with my mom being there?
I'm good. Your mother and I are good friends.
Good friends? That's new news to me.
You didn't know? Your mother and I drink tea together all the time. We get along.
I see. Well, it's nice that you get along with her.
So don't worry about us. Good luck with your work.
Oh, okay. I'll try to get home as soon as I can.
I got messages from Kevin. He said he couldn't go to Disneyland because of the heavy snow. He said he'll stay in Montana for 3 more days.
What a stupid son. He never went to Montana.
No company would let him go all the way to Montana on a business trip when there's a forecast of heavy snow.
He can't even think of such a thing.
I pretended I was fooled and did it.
You did well, Mandy.
I almost snapped, though.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry my son was such an idiot. I shouldn't have raised him the way I did.
It's okay. Thanks to you, I learned about my husband's betrayal. And I'm actually really looking forward to going to Disney with you.
Me too.
It's fun to be with you. And the kids love you too. Kevin doesn't take care of the kids much anyway, even if we go together.
He puts all the responsibility on you. He's a real pain. He goes out by himself even on your days off, right?
That's right. If it weren't for your help, I might have gone crazy. I really appreciate your help.
It's okay. It's impossible to watch 2 small children by yourself all the time. I wish Kevin was more aware of his fatherhood, but I don't know.
I don't mean to be rude, but I can't believe Kevin is your son.
I don't want to think of him as my son either.
Well, I'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, I'll take care of you too. I hope Kevin will understand what he has done. I'm going to make him regret it.
Kevin, are you okay with the snow there?
Yes, it's fine. It's better than yesterday.
Where are you now?
I'm at a hotel. I'll have dinner now.
Is it safe to go out in the snow?
What? Well, I'm sure it's fine near the hotel.
What are you planning to eat today?
I'm thinking of going to have some Thai food.
Is there a good Thai place there?
That's right.
Who are you going to eat with?
No, with a colleague from work.
I see.
Mandy, I'm sorry. I couldn't keep my promise to the kids. I'll make it up to you someday. Have fun at Disneyland with Mom.
Okay. You have a good time at Disney with your date. Have fun.
What? Disney? What? What are you talking about? I'm in Montana.
Montana? Don't lie. You're at a hotel near Disneyland with your lover, right?
What? I don't get it. I told you I'm in Montana on a business trip.
I'm standing next to you right now.
What?
What a coincidence. We ended up in the hotel room next to each other.
Wait.
Surprised? I can't believe I'm staying in the same hotel. Of course, I'm staying with my kids and my mother-in-law.
Oh my God.
You told me you were on a business trip to Montana. You canceled Disney with your family. And you were having a date at Disney with your girlfriend?
How did you know?
Oh, so you admit to cheating with her. I'm going to involve your mom here.
What? Why my mother? Hey, why is mom in the group message? Why?
What the hell are you doing, son?
Hey, what's up, mom?
Shut up, you lying prick. Maybe you can slow down, Mom. He's your son after all. I've been watching your behavior. I can't believe I raised a guy like you. You betrayed Mandy and my grandchildren.
Mom?
I've known for a long time that you were having an affair.
How did you...
I saw you dating a woman.
Where?
At a barbecue restaurant about 3 months ago. I saw you and a young woman sitting at the counter together.
I didn't notice. Mom, you're too old to be having barbecue by yourself.
Do you think older adults shouldn't eat meat?
I didn't mean that way.
Barbecue is the source of my energy. I need energy to take care of my grandchildren. Well, in your case, barbecue would get you energized. I'm sure you've been doing this and that with young women.
Don't talk like that.
My son is pathetic. He has a nice wife and cute kids, but he's looking for other opportunities.
Come on, Mom.
She knows you're married, right?
Yes, but...
Then she's just as bad as you are.
Well...
Yup, she is. She's an irredeemable piece of scum.
Huh?
Thank you, Mom. You said everything I wanted to say.
That's terrible.
What? I'm going easy on you, right, Mandy? I really want to go into your room with a bucket full of water and pour it on Kevin's head. But water would be too boring, wouldn't it? Maybe ink would be better? Or a bucket full of slime? That's my mom. Let's just pour gooey slime all over him while he and his girl are making out.
That's enough. Why are you here? We were supposed to stay in a different hotel. We planned our family trip to Disney together.
Such an idiot.
What?
When I came upon you cheating on Mandy at the barbecue restaurant, I was listening in on your conversation.
What? You were?
I could hear everything because you were talking so loudly and excitedly.
I don't remember being that loud.
I think you guys were both drunk. I was surprised. You were talking about going to Disney. And it was the same day as the day we were going with my grandkids.
I had no choice. That was the only day I could be off.
That means you put your affair partner before your family, right?
Listening to your conversation, I felt sick in my gut. When she asked you if Mandy was mad at you, you smiled and said, "I'll tell her I'm going on a business trip and she'll be fine." I heard the name of the hotel you were staying at. Then I told Mandy, and I asked Mandy to book the same hotel as yours.
Oh, man. I thought she didn't know. I had no idea you were behind it.
Don't underestimate the power of old people.
Thanks to your mother, I don't have to be fooled. I was shocked when I found out about this, though.
So, when I told you I was going on a business trip,
I sent you off, knowing it was a lie.
Seriously?
So, I'm going to storm into your room now.
What? Don't tell me you're going to spray slime on me.
No, you idiot, I'm not. I'm just going to say hello to your friend. You know, talk about alimony and stuff. Since you're right next to me, it would be faster to talk to her in person, wouldn't it?
No, wait. That's a little...
You don't like it? If you don't want me to do that, you have to break up with her right now.
Huh? Right here? Right now?
Of course. Your wife found out you've been cheating, and you're still going to enjoy your Disney date?
No, but I took a vacation and came all the way here. I don't want to break up with her.
I see. Then I guess I'll go to your room after all.
What?
If you want, we can enjoy Disney together. It's more fun with a lot of people.
It's not fun.
Do you want to wear matching Mickey's ears? I don't think Kevin would like that. He'd prefer to wear it with his favorite girlfriend? You're right.
Don't get too excited. Oh, I'm so unlucky.
What should you do? Talk about breaking up with her? Or do you want to have a long talk? Do you want to get divorced and be stuck in alimony hell and not even see your kids?
You threatening me?
Nope. But if we get divorced, of course, I'm going to charge you a ton of money for the alimony.
We'll break up later, so give me a break now.
I don't trust you. Of course you won't.
If I break up with her now, I won't be blamed?
That depends on how sorry you are. Come on, just break up with her. Mandy and I are ready to go to your place.
No, I still can't do it.
Huh?
I was really looking forward to our date. She'll be sad if I suddenly ask her to break up.
So you don't mind if I make her sad? Mandy was shocked by your betrayal. She's very depressed.
It doesn't look like it on the message, but...
Her husband cheated on her. Of course she's emotionally distressed.
Really? Mandy and you have been teasing me.
Because we don't know what else we could do.
What?
Do you really think we're having fun? When we decided to go to Disney, I was really happy. I thought going to Disney would encourage me to do my best in housework and childcare. But when your mom told me about your affair, and I learned you betrayed our family by going to Disney with her, do you know how shocked I was?
That's... sorry.
Do you think you can apologize and be forgiven? I can never forgive you for putting me through all this pain. That woman and you, I have to make you guys suffer the pain of losing.
But, you know, I don't have to say goodbye to her here and now.
Then, where are you going to go? Tomorrow at the park?
I'd hate it even more.
You have always been a handful. Now do as your mother says and tell her.
What the hell?
It's okay. I've thought of a line to break up without causing her any grief.
Huh?
Okay. Now you are going to say, "You're a greedy, trashy woman who messes around with married men. You're the kind of woman who should be with a loser. You're not good enough to go to Disney. Go back to your dirty room, watch your stupid movies, and go to bed."
Huh? How can you say that?
I'll go to your room and tell her in person, okay?
Of course not.
Maybe I should be the one to go in there. I'm his wife. And a bucket full of slime.
That's enough. You guys are messing with me after all.
I don't want to disturb the other guests or the hotel. I'm just trying to keep this from getting ugly. That's right. Unless you want to get slime all over your room. If you don't want to get covered in slime in your room.
How can I say such a horrible thing?
So, do you know where she lives and where she works?
I do. Why?
For alimony, of course.
There's no way she can pay it. She's a regular office worker.
She can't pay because she's a regular office worker? Do you really think that kind of logic will work in society?
But
Oh, God, I'm so frustrated. Hurry up and tell her what I just said. Don't miss a single word.
no, I can't.
You want us to get involved?
All right, I'll say it. I'll say it. What are you going to do about it? She got mad and left.
What? Did you really say that?
You're too stupid to say it for real. You're the worst kind of man.
What? You told me to say it.
But look, just like your mother said, she left you right away.
What the hell is this? But this is all right? Can I go to your room too? I'm really hungry now. Buy me dinner as an apology, okay?
Huh?
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 How can you say something like that?
What?
What do you mean, what? Who said anything about back to normal?
I mean, you said a lot of things earlier. If I don't do what you say, you'll get your alimony and I'll not see my kids.
I made no promises, and I don't want a father like you.
Then why did you make me break up with her?
Because I couldn't allow you to be happy. Isn't that obvious? You made me so angry.
You can't raise a child by yourself, can you? It costs a lot of money.
Don't worry about that. I'm keeping your father's insurance money untouched.
Insurance money? That's just a small amount.
With $500,000, I can at least send my grandchildren to college.
What? That much? What about my share?
You don't have it. I'm the beneficiary.
Even though I'm his son?
I'll use it all for my grandchildren.
Oh no.
Mom, I appreciate it, but I can't totally rely on you. Dad left money for you. I'll be fine on my own.
What are you talking about? I made a huge mistake. My son grew up to be such a spoiled man. I can't stand that you and my grandchildren have to suffer because of him. I'm his mother. I'll take responsibility.
I'm glad you feel that way, but I'll be fine.
You have to earn your own living expenses. You buy the toys and books. But if you live in my house, you don't have to pay rent and you don't have to pay for food. I will only pay for my grandchildren's education. I might buy clothes for them sometimes, though. As long as I can be a grandmother and take care of my grandchildren, that's fine too, right?
I love you, Mom.
So don't worry about anything in the future. Isn't it fun to live together?
I'm just excited.
What am I going to do now?
What? Why don't you just go to Disney by yourself?
I broke up with my girlfriend.
So what?
I thought you'd forgive me if I broke up with her.
I told you before, I don't need a father like you.
Well,
I'm going to charge you alimony and child support, so please keep working hard.
you're kidding.
I'm not.
My mom would pay for our kids' education.
Do you think you can afford college on a few hundred a month in child support? You are such an idiot.
You're a jerk.
Well then, we're going to have an early dinner to get ready for Disney tomorrow. Bye. You go do stargazing or whatever you want to do.
What?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were in Montana.
You... Hey, can I join you guys?
Why?
It's too lonely for an old man to go to Disney by himself.
Well, I heard there are men who go to Disney alone now. You shouldn't be embarrassed at all.
But...
If you don't like it, go home. I don't want to see your face.
But the kids want to see me, right?
Not at all. You're the one who's always pushing me to take care of the kids. You're the kind of scum who lies to your kids and goes to Disneyland with a girl. No one would consider him a father.
Oh no.
See you later.
Hey! Mandy?
After this, I thought my husband would come to our room, but he stayed in his room overnight. The next day, he went home alone instead of going to Disney. I enjoyed Disney with my mother-in-law and children. My mother-in-law is very good with children, so I enjoyed Disney so much. I felt much better with her than with Kevin. My husband was a lousy man, but I'm very glad that I met the best mother-in-law. I heard that Kevin desperately tried to get back with his girlfriend, but he was dumped. He has been begging me to let him see his children, but I will never let him see them because it would be a bad influence on them. I will continue to do my best to raise my children with the support of my mother-in-law. Good evening, Kate. I'm Maria, Rick's fiancée. Can we chat now? Nice to meet you, Maria. I'm sorry to drop in on you like this. I wanted to get in touch with you directly, so I asked Rick to give me your WhatsApp ID. Don't worry, my brother told me I'd be hearing from you. What a pity we couldn't meet today. I'm sorry. It's a dinner of both our families and I couldn't attend. Well, it couldn't be helped. You're busy with work, aren't you? I really wanted to be there, but I had a meeting I couldn't miss. By the way, the reason I contacted you, I wanted to confirm something. What is it? Kate, I heard you only graduated from high school. Huh? Yes. Why didn't you go to college? Your brother Rick graduated from college. It's not like your parents didn't have money, right? Perhaps... Is it because you were not good at studying? No, it's not like that. I'm sure there are many reasons, but it's rare to only have a high school diploma nowadays, isn't it? I guess so. I knew what I wanted to do. I didn't feel the need to go to college. You may have heard about my family. Everyone in my family is highly educated. My grandparents, my parents, and of course me, all graduated from top universities. Oh, I see. Rick also graduated from a prestigious university, right? Yes, he did. Do you know what I mean? I'm sorry, I don't understand. Yikes! I knew you poorly educated people are slow. Excuse me? Well, it's okay. You'll understand in time. Well then, if you'll excuse me.
Kate, my wedding is coming up soon. Will you be there?
Of course.
You're still busy with work, right? Are you sure you'll be okay coming all the way to Paris?
Yes, I'm fine. It's your wedding. No matter how busy I am, I'll come.
Thank you, Kate. Ever since we decided to get married, I've been indebted to you for everything.
That's not true. It's just...
Yes?
You said you sent plane tickets to Paris to every guest to the wedding, right?
Yeah, I think we already made the flight and hotel arrangements.
Actually, I made my own arrangements for both.
What?
It looks like Mom and Dad got their tickets, but for some reason I didn't get them. Also, seems like no hotel reservations for me either.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Sorry. Maria said she'd take care of all the flight and hotel arrangements. I left it completely to her.
It's okay. I wish I'd known sooner, but I've been so busy with work that I forgot all about it.
Still, it's strange, isn't it? Did Maria misunderstand that you weren't coming?
I thought I replied the RSVP that I'm coming. Maria must have not wanted me to come.
That's not true. Maria said she was looking forward to meeting you.
Is that so?
What's up? Is there something that's bugging you?
No, it's nothing.
Well, it seems Maria was contacting you the other day. Did she say anything to you then?
She seemed to be concerned about my academic background.
Academic background?
She said it's rare to only have a high school diploma nowadays.
What's that? What do you mean?
I don't really understand either. I'll try not to worry too much about it. Anyway, I got a hotel and a plane. I'm looking forward to the day of the wedding.
That's great.
I'll have to go separately from Mom and Dad though.
Are you going to be on time for the wedding?
The flight arrives in the morning of the day, so it'll be last minute. It's going to be a little hectic, but I've been to Paris many times for work, and I'm used to getting around the city, so I'll be fine.
I see. Unlike me, you go abroad all the time, but you'll have to let me cover the expenses. I'm really sorry for making you arrange it yourself.
That's okay, no big deal.
No way. I'm putting a burden on you. I suck as a brother.
Don't sweat it. Anyway, it's been 2 years since I've seen you.
That's right.
I've been away for work. I even missed the dinner with Maria's family.
Don't worry about it. Her parents understand why you are so busy.
When I see them on the wedding day, I'll make sure to greet them politely.
Great. Can't wait to see you.
Hi, Kate. I heard from Rick that you arranged your own flight and hotel. Yes, I guess there was some kind of mistake and mine wasn't booked. But I'm glad I made it in time. I just arrived at the venue. Oh, you really came to the venue? Yes, I did. You shocked me. What? What brings you to Paris for our wedding? Wait, what? To celebrate Rick and your marriage. The only people I invited to the wedding this time are family members. I know. That's why I, as Rick's sister, will be participating in the ceremony. As I'm saying, I told you that only family members were invited. Yes? We didn't even invite our friends this time. How dare you try to join my family? Are you trying to say I'm not family? You know, I think I told you before. We come from a highly educated family. If you, a mere high school graduate, came into our family like that, you'd be overwhelmed. Really? You'd lower my family's prestige. I see. A college graduate and a high school graduate are different kinds of people. I mean, you're a stranger. You're the only one I didn't invite for today. Are you saying that only my plane ticket and hotel weren't prepared? I just wasn't planning to prepare them from the beginning. I can't believe that you would arrange by yourself and even come to Paris. It's beyond me. Oh, I knew it. Maybe because you only graduated from high school and didn't study properly, you haven't learned any common sense. With such an insane sister, even Rick would want nothing to do with you. Excuse me? Are you saying that my brother thinks the same way as you? That I'm not family? Of course! When he proposed to me, he said, "You are the most important person in my life." In other words, you are no longer important to him, right? Just leave us alone. No, that's a really twisted interpretation of his proposal, don't you think? I've never heard such things as cutting off siblings just because you got married. Shut up! Anyway, you are a stranger. Of course, we didn't even save a seat for you. Please go back to LA as soon as possible. Okay, fine. From now on, we're strangers, right?
Yep. That's what I've been saying for a while now.
I see. Well, then, since I've come all the way to Paris, I'll do a little work and go home.
What? Work? Oh, you mean you'll go back to your hotel and work remotely? You're still a workaholic, aren't you?
I'm not working remotely.
What?
I'm done with you. Goodbye.
Maria, I can't see you at all. Where are you now? I got a call from the airport that you've arrived, and you're already at the ceremony, right?
Rick, I'm sorry, but I probably won't be able to attend the wedding.
Why? Don't tell me you had an accident on the way here.
I went to the ceremony, but there was no seat for me.
What? But you came all the way to Paris. How come? I mean, what do you mean there was no seat for you?
Have you heard anything from Maria yet?
What about her?
Maria didn't arrange my flight and hotel. She didn't want me to come from the beginning.
What the heck?
She said I'm not family. I'm a stranger.
What the hell is that? She doesn't consider you as family?
I guess so. She told me to go back to LA as soon as possible.
But you are my sister.
I've come all the way to Paris, so I'm going to work and go home. Ask Maria about the details, and then you yourself can decide what you want to do in the future.
Got it. I have no idea what's going on, but anyway, I'll ask Maria. Maria, what are you doing now?
I'm in the waiting room putting the finishing touches on my makeup. I hope you're looking forward to seeing me in my wedding dress.
I have a question for you.
What is it?
I just got off the phone with Kate. Kate said she won't be attending the ceremony.
Oh, that? She's so out of line.
What?
I already said from the beginning that today's ceremony is only for family. I can't believe she went to the trouble of arranging her own flight and hotel and came all the way to Paris even though she wasn't invited. Well, I made it clear that I didn't want her to attend, so there's no seat for her when she comes. She seriously has no common sense to try to attend a ceremony when she's not even family.
Which one of you has no common sense?
What do you mean?
Kate is my sister. What the hell were you thinking, making my sister absent without my permission?
It's because Kate isn't family.
Why do you insist that Kate isn't family?
Because Kate only graduated from high school. Everyone in my family is highly educated. Even you graduated from a top university. I can't accept Kate as a member of our family.
You sent Kate home for such a stupid reason? What's wrong with a high school graduate? Is education really that important?
After all, education is everything, right? A high school graduate is so stupid, I don't believe we're the same level. That's why it's a good thing you cut Kate off, Rick.
What the heck? I don't remember cutting myself off from Kate.
Because you told me that I'm the most important person in the world to you. In other words, Kate is not important to you, right?
You are crazy to interpret it that way.
What? You're kidding me.
I'm disappointed you twisted my proposal in such a way. Maria, you've done a terrible thing.
What do you mean?
I'll be in touch soon.
Rick? Hey, Rick! It's already past the ceremony time. Where did you go? And I can't find my relatives anywhere.
They're gathered in the lobby with me and my relatives.
What? Why?
To discuss.
Discuss?
Maria, cancel the wedding.
What?
We're breaking off the engagement.
What?
I have both parents look at the WhatsApp together just now. They all agreed with my decision.
Why?
You don't know why?
I have to hear the reasons to be convinced.
Because you tried to exclude my sister, my precious family member, from the wedding today.
What do you mean?
Disrespecting people based on their educational background is disgusting. My parents and your parents, they all thought the same way I did.
What the heck? You're saying it's okay to have a high school graduate in the family?
You still say that?
Besides, we came all the way to Paris to get married at a fancy place. If a low-educated person from the bottom of the hierarchy participates, the ceremony will be tainted.
You really are beyond repair. To insult Kate like that.
Because it's the truth. I mean, she didn't have to come all the way to Paris if she doesn't have any money. She must have been craving for Paris.
I told you this before. The reason we were able to rent this wedding hall at a lower price than usual is thanks to Kate.
Wait, what?
You do indeed know that Kate runs an apparel company, right?
What? Kate is the CEO of the company?
Didn't you listen to me at all?
Because Kate graduated from high school. I thought she was working for a small company for minimum wages.
Enough of that prejudice. Your imagination is effed up. Kate graduated high school and started her own business. She's making many times what I'm making now.
You're kidding!
Kate leaves the domestic stores to her employees, travels the world on her own to search for suppliers. Paris is no exception. Thanks to the connections she made, she was able to get us this wedding venue at a discount, since we're Kate's relatives.
Huh?
You know, the reason we decided to have the wedding in Paris in the first place. You insisted on getting married abroad.
I
want to go to Europe for our honeymoon. I want to have the wedding in Europe. That's what you said, right? But I've hardly ever been overseas. I talked to Kate about it, and she was willing to help me find a place for the wedding. But you kicked Kate out of the wedding.
Rick?
So of course, the ceremony is cancelled, and I'll have to cancel our engagement as well.
Wait a minute. We came all the way to Paris and you're canceling the ceremony?
Of course. How can I have a wedding if I'm not going to marry you?
I'm not breaking off our engagement for sure. You told me that I was the most important thing in the world to you. Were those words a lie?
I didn't know your true nature at the time, but now I do. I won't marry someone who makes fun of my precious sister.
It's not my fault. I didn't know Kate was the CEO.
If she wasn't the CEO, would it be okay to make fun of her because of her education?
Wait, let's discuss this properly between the two of us.
I'm sorry, but I don't want to see your face right now. We'll have a proper discussion once we're in LA.
Oh no.
I'm going to arrange separate accommodations for you and me. We'll stay separately until we get back to LA.
Huh? We're not staying in the same hotel?
I don't want to be in the same room.
We're going to be husband and wife, and it's terrible to be separated.
We're not going to be a couple. Okay then.
Oh no, wait!
I'm not waiting.
Rick!
Goodbye.
Kate, please, come back to the ceremony now. You can attend the ceremony. If you don't, he'll break off the engagement. I'll treat you as one of my family members. That way, everything will be all right, and today's wedding won't have to be cancelled. Kate!
Kate, I've called off the wedding.
I see. You called it off after all. Did Maria agree?
She didn't understand the cause and seemed unhappy about it, but I got both parents to agree to call off the engagement.
I see.
Everyone was shocked. Maria's parents never looked down on anyone because of their education. I don't know why she turned out the way she did.
I know. I never thought she'd harass me like that for having a high school diploma.
Well, Maria's mother said Maria got into a famous university, but her job hunting didn't go well, and she couldn't get the job she wanted. I think she's just clinging to her academic background.
I see. That's why she got so mad and made fun of me?
I'm really sorry. You came all the way to Paris and she made you feel terrible.
Well, it's just like I came here to work as well. Don't worry about it, Rick.
You're still a very active CEO.
Oh, wait a minute. I just noticed. I'm getting endless messages from Maria.
What's she saying?
She wants me to come back to the wedding.
Damn, she's not giving up.
It's like she thinks it'll all go away if I go to the wedding.
Sorry, you don't have to deal with her anymore. You can block her if you want. The engagement will be officially called off when I get back to LA, but you don't need to be involved with Maria anymore.
Okay, I'll do that. Oh, I wonder if you'll need a lawyer to break off the engagement?
Well, it's going to be very complicated. I think I should have a lawyer come in between us.
Want me to introduce someone through my company's legal counsel?
That will be helpful. Can I ask you to do that?
Okay, I'll call them later.
Thank you very much. By the way, Kate, are you free tonight? I was wondering if you'd like to have dinner with Mom and Dad.
Sure. It's nice to get together as a family for the first time in a while.
Okay, I'll call you later.
Okay. While I was in Paris, Maria contacted me several times. I ignored it as my brother told me to. She was too persistent, so I blocked her. After returning to LA, my brother and Maria broke off their engagement. It seems that there was some discussion about compensation fee and so on. In the end, it was decided that Maria would pay all the expenses for the wedding. Even so, Maria was not satisfied. She stormed into Rick's workplace, going AWOL from work. She came at him like a demon, demanding that they get back together. The police were immediately called and she was taken care of by the police. Eventually, Maria was fired from her job. She became emotionally unstable, withdrew to her parents' house, and began a life of shut-in. However, her parents soon kicked her out. She now lives in a small, shabby apartment and working part-time jobs to make ends meet. As for me, there was a man I started dating around the time Rick's marriage was finalized. He finally proposed to me the other day. My parents, as well as my brother, are as happy about my marriage as if it were their own. Until now, my life has been centered around work. From now on, I would like to spend more time with my family.
Is this Harrison? It seems as though you and my daughter are a thing. Good evening. Are you Sabrina's father, Hugo? Yes, that's right. I'm Harrison, Sabrina's boyfriend. May I help you? It's not that I need anything from you. It's just that you lack a little common sense, don't you? Huh? Did I do something rude? I got your contact from my wife's phone. I didn't realize you were sneaking around texting with her before you came to formally meet us. Don't you think that's rude? No, your wife has been kind to me like her own son since Sabrina and I started dating in college. We exchanged contacts and have been in contact with each other ever since. The reason we're talking secretly is because I was asking her for advice on a souvenir. I heard that you are very particular about food, so I admire your spirit, but I don't approve of you sneaking around with my wife. I understand. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. I really don't think I can let a thoughtless man like you marry Sabrina. By the way, about the meet and greet, your parents are coming too, right? No, I was going to come alone. What? You really don't have any common sense, do you? My mother is busy with work, so I don't think she'll be able to come. What about your father? It's just the two of us. My father isn't around. I see, a mother and her child. If that's the case, it makes sense. Okay, now I get it. What? What do you mean? Anyway, if you wanna do the greetings, be sure to bring your mother. All the parents will be here on our side. It'll be rude for your parents not to come. I could never condone such a thing. Okay, I see. I'll talk to my mother about it. Sabrina, I'm sorry. Today's wedding greeting, I'll be the only one to greet your parents at first. What's wrong? Your mother was supposed to come with you, right? There was some trouble at work, and she got called in to deal with it. Oh my God. If your mother's going there must have been a lot of trouble. She's planning to come even if she's late, so I'm sorry, but could you tell your parents that as well? And also tell them I'm sorry, especially to your father. Please be polite. Okay, that's fine. Besides, originally you were supposed to come alone, but my father insisted your busy mother make time. It's not like you have a choice. I'll take care of him, so don't worry about it. Thank you. I'll be at the Japanese restaurant. I have a reservation at 11:30 as planned. Okay, have a safe trip. Hey there, poor guy who grew up in a single-parent home. How does it feel to be slapped with a wad of cash? This is what happens when you cheekily say you want to marry my daughter. What on earth do you think you're doing? As soon as I entered the private room of the restaurant, you slapped me back and forth with a wad of bills. By the way, that wad of cash was $50,000. Did you go out of your way just to get that much money together? Oh, give me a break. Do you think that's a lot of money? It's interesting to see the sensibility of a poor person, isn't it? A loser like you will never see that much money. You should be grateful to me. I'm not grateful, but I'm angry. I know you're Sabrina's father, but I can't take this kind of humiliation. I don't remember anyone I've ever met going that far. What on earth did I do to you? I just sent you a message. I would never give my precious daughter to a poor man who grew up in a single-parent home. There is no doubt that I grew up in a single-parent home. My mother is a good earner, and we have never been in a situation where money was a problem. Can you please stop insulting me by assuming that we are poor? That's just something you don't realize. It's common knowledge that a single-parent home equals poor. It's just that your sense of poverty is numb. The fact that you called $50,000 a lot of money makes it obvious that you are poor. People at my level sometimes spend $100,000 in our daily lives. In other words, or Sabrina's values are in a whole different class. I can't allow her to get married to you. Above all, I don't want her to be taken advantage of because she accidentally got married to a poor man. That's the kind of thing you have to nip in the bud. But that doesn't mean you should do that to the fiancé who came to greet you. I didn't recognize you as a fiancé. That's why I greeted you the way I did. I thought you had no common sense from the start. It figures because you're from a single-parent home. That brazenness with no sense of status. It really bugs me. You think I can marry my daughter off to a poor man who grew up in a single-parent home? Don't make me say the same thing over and over again. You know what? A son raised by a mother who is late for the wedding greeting is not a good thing. I was actually gonna tell you how miserable mothers and sons are in society. You are the most insane parent and son I could have ever imagined that you would be late to the party. As you probably heard from Sabrina, this time it was a work-related problem and I had no choice but to... I just received a call a few minutes ago that she'll be arriving soon. What kind of a fiasco did your mother have to go through to be called all the way to the office? That's not what I meant. Whatever it is, I don't approve of you marrying my daughter. Speaking of which, where did you go after that? The restaurant lent us a private room they had available, and that's where we are now. I see. You're still in the restaurant. Then hurry up and come and get it. Get what? That $50,000 from before. If you leave my daughter, I'll give you that $50,000. Well, it's called a severance package. $50,000 is a lot of money for a guy like you. You could work for a year and still not make that much. That's what you'll get right away. I imagine a guy like you would jump at the chance. Excuse me for a moment. My mother has just arrived. I'd like to talk to her. Sorry to keep you waiting. I just spoke with my mother. What, a poor mother and her child were torn between their desire for $50,000 and their paltry pride? Let me ask you just to be sure. Are you sure you want me to break up with your daughter? My mother and I are going to come and visit you again now. Oh, wow, I knew you'd decide to accept the $50,000. A poor man's pride is just like this. You should have picked someone worthy of you from the beginning. What a mistake you made. How can a poor man marry my daughter? I'll give you $50,000. Leave my daughter now. Get the hell out of our lives. Don't regret it later. Huh? Harrison, wait! Please! No way! I can't believe your mother, the president of our company! I thought she was just someone else with the same last name! Harrison, I'll allow you to marry Sabrina! Give me a chance to plead my case to your mother! I mean, the boss! Harrison! I said I'll let you marry Sabrina! Answer me! Dad? Oh, Sabrina! Where are you now? At an important time when your own marriage is at stake. I've been with Harrison. What? And also with Harrison's mother. Oh, I see. Sabrina, please. Tell Harrison to answer my message. Also, tell him to come back soon with his mother. I'll allow him to marry you. Let's start the meeting over. Why are you talking so high and mighty? What? Don't you realize you are in a very bad position? Or are you aware of it, but you are trying to escape reality? This is not the time to be talking about whether you approve of my marriage or not, Dad. You know you are in a bad position socially, don't you? Sabrina? The reason I didn't tell you about Harrison's mother beforehand is because I felt your condescending attitude was dangerous. Dangerous? If I told you beforehand that Harrison's mother was the president of your company, I'm sure you would have gone into full-on ass-kissing mode. Of course, it's my boss. That's why I didn't tell you. Huh? When you started forcing Harrison to bring his mother, I knew you had a bad habit of looking down on people. I dared to let that go and thought I'd found out by your attitude today, the day of the greeting. But I never thought you'd slap him back and forth with the water bills. I didn't see that coming. And as your daughter, I'm ashamed. I feel sorry for Harrison and his mother. Oh no, Sabrina! You're not behaving like a daughter speaking ill of your father. I don't care what you think. It's you, Father, who's not behaving well. That $50,000 is the money Mom received from her grandfather's inheritance, isn't it? What? I know you and Mom know each other's PIN numbers in case of an emergency. But that doesn't mean you can withdraw the money without permission. No, we are a couple. No, you can't do that. I mean, it's not your money, and you slap him back and forth with that wad of cash and talk to him like it's a severance package. Aren't you ashamed of yourself? Where's your pride? Are you stupid? After dating Harrison and getting to know his mother, who is the president of the company, I've come to understand. Rich people take better care of their money. It's only natural since they're the ones who do business by paying attention to every penny. That's why $50,000 is a lot of money in the eyes of Harrison's mother. She says she despises people who slap other people with it. I agree. Sabrina, don't talk back to your father. A father who calls himself elite, but our family is middle class at best. You're bragging to Harrison like a big shot about spending $100,000. You mean the home you built with a loan, right? And it's in Mom's name. That's enough. I understand already. Oh, really? I could go on forever about you. Well, I'm glad I got to say what I wanted to say. I think we'll be able to part our ways now. What? You're gonna cut ties with your own father? I told you I'd found out how you would behave today. I can't stand the fact that I'm your daughter, so I'm cutting off all ties with you. And then, Harrison will be requesting reimbursement for medical bills and compensation as well. And I'm sure you'll get a bill for lost time from work. Huh? What the hell is that? When he fell down after being slapped back and forth by you, he hurt his wrist and fingers supporting himself. Huh? He was being treated at the hospital while we were texting. Harrison does delicate technical work and mainly uses his hands, and he's going to have to take some time off work for a few weeks. Wait! Then why was he texting earlier? If he hurt his fingers, he can't type. Oh, Dad, I was the one typing. Huh? Well, I wouldn't be surprised if you didn't notice. I was typing what Harrison wanted to say on his behalf and communicating with you. Excuse me? So, I was shocked to see what a terrible person you are. The last sentence, please don't regret it, I sent on impulse. Your attitude was so despicable. I thought you should be socially sanctioned and hurt. No, that was... I'm gonna take Harrison home and go straight back to my apartment. Sabrina! Oh, and make sure you give the $50,000 back to Mom. Harrison, please, can you take this up with the president? If you don't, I'll be demoted. My wife will divorce me too. I told you I'd let you marry Sabrina, didn't I? Come on, please. Harrison? Hey, I'm really begging you. Please. Sabrina? Oh, Harrison? Oh, yeah, I guess you're all better about now. I can type on my phone smoothly, and I'd say I'm fully recovered. It looks like I'll be able to work again. That's great. Sorry about my dad. Oh, I made a mistake. The guy that was my dad. Don't apologize, Sabrina. If my injury set you free, it's a small price to pay. Anyway, I heard your parents are in divorce proceedings. Have they separated already? Yes, they have. My parents' house is in my mother's name, so she asked my father to move out. Do you mind if I ask what happened? You know, there was a settlement payment to get you to withdraw the damage report you filed. To get that money, he tried to withdraw it from my mother's account again. What? As you can imagine, my mother's patience had run out this time. After everything that had happened in the past, I guess it was the straw that broke the camel's back. I see. Actually, you know, at my mom's office, I told you the other day when we were meeting that she got called in for some trouble at work. Oh, I heard about the trouble too. They investigated and found that it was because of my father's mistake. So he was demoted from section chief to a rank-and-file employee. That's right. I'm an outsider, so I don't really know the details. But that's what I heard. He was so overbearing, but I wonder what's going on. He's my ex-father, but I can only sigh. I'm sorry for your mother and you. Don't let it bother you, Sabrina. We've already broken ties, so don't worry about it. My mother says so too. I'm really fine. Thank you. By the way, I got a brochure of the wedding place we were talking about the other day. Oh, really? I want to see it. I'll bring it with me on our date tomorrow. I better jump in the shower. Oh, right. Me too. Well, good night. See you tomorrow. Okay, good night. See you tomorrow. Sabrina's parents divorced, and I received a lump sum settlement payment from her father. According to Sabrina's story, her father didn't have any savings, so I was wondering where the money came from. Apparently, he borrowed it from a steady loan service to pay it. After he was demoted to a regular employee, debt collectors started coming to the company. He was finally fired. After that, he worked part-time to make ends meet. But due to poverty and hard work, he has lost a lot of weight and is now in a state of utter disrepair. On the other hand, Sabrina and I got married half a year later. We are enjoying our newlywed life. My mother and mother-in-law are also very close, and sometimes they go out for afternoon tea together.
Hey, Katie. My food isn't ready yet. I came home early today. Why are you not home?
I'm sorry, Matt. I'm hospitalized.
What? Why would you be hospitalized? Pregnancy isn't a disease. Morning sickness is already over. I knew it. You're faking it, aren't you? Just because you can't be bothered to do the housework. I won't allow you to be in the hospital with a fake illness. Just come home and make me dinner.
I can't do that. I feel so bad that I can't even get up.
Huh? Yours is just a lazy disease. You can't even take care of your responsibilities. Get out of the hospital and do what you have to do. You're so useless. Don't you dare talk back to me.
I'm sorry. I can't.
Damn it. If you weren't pregnant, I'd kick you right out of here. Man, I'm so frustrated. I want a divorce.
Don't say divorce so easily.
You can't even take care of your husband. You deserve a divorce, don't you?
But I'm not feeling well right now.
I don't need excuses like that. I'm getting irritated just talking to you.
Matt.
I made a mistake marrying you. I work hard every day, but you skip housework just because you feel sick. Can't you share the hard work with me?
I'm sorry. I'll do my best with the housework when I get better.
I can't trust you.
What do you mean?
You're going to have a baby. You're gonna say you have a hard time taking care of the baby and skip housework, aren't you? I was a fool to marry a sloppy woman like you.
What should I do then? I want to work hard, but my body won't listen to me.
Why don't you go back home?
I can't now.
It's a waste of money to pay for a hospital stay. But even if you could come home, if you just sleep and don't do any chores, you'd just be in the way. Go home and let your parents take care of you.
Oh no.
Oh, wait, my bad. I just remembered. You're raised by a single mother.
My parents' house is far away and my mom is busy with work. I can't rely on my mom that easily. I'm sorry.
Gosh. Fine. When you're done having a baby, move out of my house.
You mean you want a divorce?
That's what I'm saying.
You're kidding, right?
Nope.
You've changed, Matthew.
Huh?
We were so nice to me when we first got married. Why do you keep saying terrible things to me lately?
It's because you're faking illness just to slack off.
I'm not faking it. Oh, I've been called in for a checkup.
A checkup?
Yeah,
What's the matter with you? Are you really sick?
that's what I've been saying all along. I thought it's normal to be tired when you're pregnant. I lost my appetite, so I went to the hospital. And my doctor said there was something serious. I'll call you when I get the results of the tests.
Why don't you just refuse the test?
Huh?
It's a waste of money.
That's not how it works. If it's the disease that affects the baby, I'd have to treat it immediately.
It's probably just a cold or something. You gold digger, lazy woman. Gosh, even I got summoned to see the doctor. What kind of mother finds out she has cancer while pregnant? You're so useless. Can't even take care of yourself.
I'm sorry.
The doctor asked me to choose between you or my daughter. I immediately said, daughter, please.
What?
Why are you so confused? I don't care about your body. Just have my baby.
Wait a minute. I can't believe my doctor said that. He said we'd work together so I could see my daughter's face. Was he lying?
There's nothing we can do. Your doctor couldn't even tell you.
Even before I've even started the treatment. How can they be so sure that they can only save me or the baby?
I'm telling you, you can't ask the doctor. They'll just tell you whatever they think don't hurt you.
Oh, by the way, my mom was at the hospital too, right? I'll confirm with my mom too. You both heard what your doctor said, didn't you?
Your mother had to work, so she left first. You're doubting me? But it's the truth. Your mom said she wanted to put her grandchildren before you. But it's too much to ask her to tell her own daughter the ugly truth. So I'm the bad guy instead of your mom. Do you understand? I'm doing it for you. And I'm so angry that you suspect me.
I see.
Well, you can ask your mom. I doubt she'll tell you the truth out of concern for you.
Well, my mom is a kind person. Hey, Matthew. I can raise her, right? I'm in a bit of shock. I'm a little confused.
You can't raise her, can you? It's already too hard to give birth. Oh yeah, where did you put your insurance documents?
I can't remember right now. Why?
I'm gonna need it after you leave, right? You're going to leave after you have the baby anyway.
Am I that much worse off?
Your doctor said you'll only have a few more months if you don't get treatment.
A few months?
They say you won't last long even if you get treatment. Anyway, because I don't want anything to happen to my baby, so no treatment. It will be a real problem if the baby is not born in a perfect health because of the medication. And if you tell me that you can't give birth anymore, I'll hate you for the rest of my life. You can't be so heartless as to only let yourself survive, right?
Of course. I'll have this baby even if it costs me my life.
Please do so. Don't get medical treatment. You're going to keep the baby. Refuse treatment at all costs. Is that clear?
Okay, fine.
Okay, that's what makes you a mother. If you're ready for this, then I'm relieved.
I'm the only one who can protect our baby. Anyway, for now, I'm just gonna try my best to have a healthy baby.
Oh, but just so you know, if there's anything wrong with the baby, I won't raise her.
What?
Of course I won't. I can't work and raise a kid who's a handful. I'm going to put her up for adoption or put her in a facility.
Please don't do that. She's our daughter no matter what. The ultrasound showed no abnormalities in the child. I'm sure she'll be fine.
You don't know that until she's born.
She's your child. You'll take good care of her, right?
Well, if she's a good-looking kid like me, I'll raise her. If it's ugly like you, I'll give her to someone else.
You're so cruel.
Or I can keep her at home. and make her work like a housekeeper or something.
Don't do that. No matter how much you hate me, don't harass an innocent child.
Then you'll have to endure and survive, and raise her by yourself. But well, you'll never be able to do that.
I'll do whatever it takes to survive. I'm the only one who can protect her.
Good imagination there. You can barely get up now. I wonder how you're going to be from now on. As I recall, your disease is going to be very painful and agonizing from now on.
Is that so?
My condolences. I think it'll be easier if you leave soon.
What a thing to say to someone who's trying so hard to live.
You want to be free from suffering as soon as possible, don't you? Besides, the longer you stay in the hospital, the more money it costs. I think you should just go gracefully for the sake of our family.
You're terrible. I can't leave her here with you.
No matter what to do, you're running out of time. You've only got a short time left. Katie, I got a call from the hospital. You suddenly got sick. Bad timing. I was in the middle of a meeting. Is it finally happening? Is that it? Anyway, come to the hospital as soon as possible. So, this is the end for you, huh? Dang it. I don't have your life insurance documents ready. I'll have to go home and look for it. Can't wait to see how much it's worth. What? I'm gonna say this one last time. I don't care about your body. Just make sure you have my baby. If you're going to so, be responsible as my wife. Save my daughter. What a thing to say. Katie's in heaven. What? What nonsense are you talking? Are you trying to make fun of me? Katie passed away just a few minutes ago. Huh? I'm Katie's mother. Emily? I'm so shocked that you said such a terrible thing to Katie. Wait a minute. Why are you using Katie's WhatsApp? Just when I was looking at Katie's phone, I got a notice from you. I opened it and found a lot of abusive texts about Katie. It was so horrifying that my hands were shaking. That's a misunderstanding. I have the entire history of the WhatsApp you sent Katie. When you came to me to greet me for the marriage, you said you'd take good care of Katie for the rest of her life. You'd be burying her in your horrible words. You make me sick. You also said unbelievable things about my granddaughter, such as putting her in a facility and using her as a housekeeper. Well, Emily, please listen to me for a minute. I don't want to hear your excuses. As a mother, I'm so ashamed of myself. I didn't understand what Katie wanted to say to me, but couldn't. It's not that, Emily. I wanted Katie to become a strong mother. I was just being hard on her for her own good. I don't think so. You're such a jerk. I can't believe you said all these cruel things. Katie must have been so sad and depressed. Even when it was a hard time for her with the pregnancy and cancer treatment, you were even verbally abusive to her. But Emily, Katie is at fault too. She got sick because she wasn't taking good care of herself. I may just have said too much, but you just said too much? How can you be so unconcerned after hurting Katie like this? You're not a human. You're a demon or a devil. You don't have to go that far. Don't be ridiculous. You can't believe you said I chose my granddaughter over Katie. You even lied. That's not a lie. What? I was just trying to see if Katie could fulfill her responsibilities as a mother. There's no use in deceiving me. I've always found it weird. I used to tell Katie she could have a child only when she were healthy, and that her body was the most important thing, so let's get treatment as soon as possible. But she refused. It's so sad to think that it was because of you, Matthew. But Katie was the one who finally decided not to have the treatment, wasn't she? I was only giving her some advice. You're the one who made Katie say that. Don't blame me alone. Of course, I'm also guilty for not noticing. But you even pushed her into a corner when she was already suffering. Hey, it's not like all I did was wrong. What about a kid? Did she come out okay? The child was born safe. I see. It's a cute little girl, just like Katie. What? She looks like Katie? Is there a problem? Well, I'm not confident in raising a child that looks just like Katie. What the heck? See? Every time I see her face, I'd be reminding of Katie. It's hard for me, isn't it? Are you saying that you wish you never had her? I'm still young. There's a good chance I'll remarry. If I have a child who looks like Katie, it would be a hindrance. What the heck? I wish I never had a daughter with Katie. You're unbelievable. I can't trust you with Katie's daughter. I'll take her in and raise her myself. Thanks. I want to start a new life with little baggage. Katie will be sad to hear that. Katie protected her baby until the very end. She even refused painkillers. She just did what a mother should do, didn't she? You made her do it, didn't you? How much Katie suffered. But isn't Katie happy that she was able to protect her child? I'm not going to the hospital. I'll leave the rest to you. That's enough. Katie was holding out hope that she might be cured. It was you who put the deadline on her life, wasn't it? If it wasn't for that, Katie might have been cured. Because I thought it'd be better to inform her, so that she can be mentally prepared before she left. It's important, you know. Bull! And you even said my condolences about someone who was still alive? No matter how hard it was, she endured it without a single one. I despise you for saying such dirty words to Katie. There's no need to be so angry. Matthew, come to the hospital right now and apologize. Huh? Get down on your knees and apologize to Katie for all the mistakes you've made. No can do. Katie can't hear anything I say anymore. You said she's passed away, so you want me to apologize to a ghost? Don't you realize what you did wrong? Well, I feel a little bad that I didn't let you cure her. But I don't think she was going to be able to get cured completely anyway. I think I did her a favor in the end. She didn't have to suffer for a long time. Matthew, there's something you're hiding. What do you mean? You're cheating on her. Dang. You admit it, don't you? How did you know? Katie told me about it. Katie? When you first got married, you were kind to her. But the moment Katie got pregnant, you turned cold. When Katie was suffering from morning sickness, you didn't even care. And sometimes went out alone. That's what I investigated on Katie's behalf. What? I asked the detective agency to investigate you. You went that far. The results were just as I expected. Around the same time Katie got pregnant, you started going out with a female colleague. When I saw the report result, I want to throw up. Katie was suffering from an illness. You were out there having an affair. But I had it bad too. You had it bad? Because Katie got sick. I had to do the housework myself, even though I was busy with work. Besides, a sickly woman like Katie isn't fit to be my wife. Matthew, please be honest with me. You wanted to remarry that Trump, so that's why you made Katie refuse treatment, right? Even if that was true, I wouldn't voluntarily admit it. I'm so disappointed in you. Well, say what you want. I'm going to start a new family with my girlfriend. Oh, you can't marry her though? Huh? What are you talking about? She wants to be with me. Don't you know that she has a fiancé? What the heck? I found out when I hired a detective to investigate. Your cheating partner has a fiancé. She misses him a lot because of their long-distance relationship. She must have cheated on him with you because you were so close. But that's not what I heard. That's too bad. To her, you were just a game. For real? I thought if Katie passed away, I could remarry her. With Katie's insurance money, I thought I was going to have an elegant honeymoon with her. Insurance money? What are you talking about? Katie's life insurance. You are the beneficiary. What? I'm the beneficiary. Huh? Why? Katie found out about your affair. She took the necessary procedures to change the beneficiary. But Katie couldn't have done it. She did it herself. Katie was discharged from the hospital several times, right? She took the life insurance documents with her. Damn it! Snaking around when I'm not looking. Katie may look timid, but she is really a strong and smart girl. Well then, Emily, can you give me half of Katie's life insurance? I'm her husband, so of course I'm entitled to it, right? I won't give you a single penny. I'll use the insurance money to pay for my granddaughter's education. I'll be in trouble if I don't get the insurance money. What? Are you in financial trouble? I gave my girlfriend a lot of gifts. I took her on vacations. I have nothing in savings. Like I care. You had it coming. You cheated on her. Emily, please give me some money. You're pathetic. You know what? You have no right to start a new life. You'll spend the rest of your life making amends to Katie. You understand? Oh no! After that, Matthew had a tragic end. His boss found out that he had an affair with a colleague at work. He found it difficult to stay in the company and resigned from his job. When he became unemployed, the fiancé of his cheating partner asked him for alimony. Matthew, who had no savings, had to take on a large amount of debt. Matthew could not find a job even if he wanted to change his job. He could no longer afford to pay the rent for his apartment, so he moved into his parents' house. Soon after, his parents kicked him out. I had told his parents everything about what Matthew had done. I am sure that Matthew must be deeply regretting his actions by now. Katie gave birth safely. After seeing the baby's face, she departed to the other world. She suffered until she lost consciousness.
Protect her. Save her.
She kept repeating after she lost consciousness. So I will protect the precious life Katie left behind for me. Thankfully, Katie's sister, my eldest daughter, and her husband offered their support. With the help of my family, I will raise Katie's daughter well.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.